Hello, and hello, and welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm Teacher Oakley. Little technical problem getting the class started, but I'm in now. Welcome to the class. For the next hour, we're going to continue our series. As a matter of fact, for the next today and the following 2 days at this time slot, we'll be continuing our series looking at confusing or challenging words. They're confusing or challenging because we'll be looking at words with very similar spellings, or possibly they're homophones, so they're pronounced exactly the same, but they have different spellings and different meanings. Some words that are easily confused because the meanings are just nuanced, slight differences in meaning. Anyway, the focus of the class is vocabulary and learning the difference between different pairs or even threesomes of words that are quite frequently mixed up. And not just mixed up by English second language learners, but also mixed up by native speakers. Many of them. Every class I've done this, I find at least one set of words that I confuse myself sometimes. So basically, valuable class for almost all levels, really, over beginner, and hopefully we'll run across one or two that have you confused, and we can clarify things for you. Okay, let me welcome students to the class. So, hello, David. How are you?
Hello. Fine, thank you. You?
Hi. I'm okay. Thanks. I'm doing okay. Right now, the Hangout's freaking me out because the video's sticking, and I don't know. Script wasn't running. I don't know what's going on, but other than that, other than technology unnerving me, I'm fine. Thank you. And Masahiro is here as well. Hi, Masa. How are you?
Hi, teacher.
Hi.
Hi, fine, thank you.
Great. Good to see you again.
Yeah, see you again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's get going. We'll start with a fairly simple, straightforward example. I'm going to do a screen share. What we're going to see is different quotes, or some quotes, outtakes from movies, some passages maybe from famous books, different things like that. And one of the words is blank, fill in the blank. So, for example, here we go. The first one, plain or plain. Now these two words are what are called homophones. They sound identical. You cannot tell the difference when pronounced by an English speaker, but of course they have two different meanings. So David, can you kick us off reading this first quote from my good friend Charlie Chaplin?
I remain just one thing, and one thing only, and that is a clown. It places me on a far higher plane than any politician.
Okay, so is it plain or plain? The first one or the second one?
I think it's the first one.
Actually,
I'm wrong.
No, it's the second one. So there you go. Good example of how they're easily confused. Okay, let's take them one at a time and talk about them. So the first word, plain, with I.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what is that? What is the meaning? First of all, what is it? An adjective, verb, noun? Adverb?
It's an adjective.
Most certainly. Okay.
Yes.
And the meaning?
I think it could be easy.
Not necessarily easy, just excessively normal. without any distinctive characteristics, markings, whatever. Someone has a very plain appearance. There's nothing that separates them from everybody else. A plain pastry has no sugar coating, no chocolate syrup, no sprinkles, nothing to distinguish it from other things. So, okay. Whereas the second plane,
it's a machine you can fly into. Into it. Yes.
Not fly into it. You can fly in it.
In it. Okay.
Okay. Remember, into means that you're getting both the aspects of in, going inside, and to, transferring from one place to another. So if you fly into an airplane, that's not good. That's unhealthy.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
And
yes.
And a level of something. I think it's the meaning that we need here.
Yeah, a level, a far higher level than any politician. That's exactly right. A plane is a level, and also a noun. Both definitions. Okay. Mm-hmm. Very good. Let me quickly welcome Nader to the class. We will continue. Hi, Nader. Howdy, howdy. Hello. Okay, Masa, give you this next one. Pole or pole? Again, homophones. Both pronounced identically the same.
Okay, a public opinion. Pole is second one is no substitute for salt.
Okay. Okay. All right, Nader. Gotcha. All right. Very good. Okay, pole or pole. All right. What is the meaning of the first pole? Actually, two meanings.
First pole means the axis, northern pole or southern pole, like northern pole or southern pole, I think.
Okay. Well, yes. Poles can refer to the positive or negative pole, anode, which is really what you're referring to, north and south pole, by the way. You're referring to like a magnet has poles, positive and negative, right? Okay, yes, so actually three meanings. What's another meaning of pole? The first one.
Sorry, first one?
Yeah, the first one, still.
First one, I think first one is same meaning as the axis. Oh. And the second one is used in the election.
Okay. Public opinion polls, common collocation. Right. A poll is like a survey or a census to often about somebody's opinions, maybe about elections, maybe about products or services, whatever, like a survey. Right. The first one, however, okay, do they use, do barbershops use a barber's pole?
Sorry?
Or barber pole?
Barber pole?
No? Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know that one? Okay. A barber pole. Maybe this is very much a Western idea. Outside a barber shop where they cut your hair, they have a pole with alternating red, white, and blue stripes, and the pole is in the stripes are diagonal, so it appears that the stripes are moving.
So barber pole means object in front to be put in front of the barber shop, in front of the barber shop.
But it goes with the other meaning of pole, a very long cylindrical object, like a pole vaulter. You use a pole to pole vault. You use a pole, a long stick, whatever, is also a pole. And last meaning, referring to the first word, O-L-E, a Pole is also a Polish person, is a Pole. Okay, so yes, the correct answer here is Pole, like survey. All right. Okay. Next. Okay, here's a good one. All right, not a homophone. These are pronounced slightly differently, but very close. Pardon me. Nader, if you're back. Okay, these are definitely easily confused words. The Canadian government added the Somali Al-Shabaab group to its list of prescribed or proscribed, first or second one? Second one. Yes, you are correct. Okay, first of all, the root of the word scribe is the same. So these kinds of words that have the same root but slightly different prefixes and or suffixes are sometimes easily confused, but it all comes down to knowing the root word and the use of the suffix. Okay. Nader, do you know the word scribe? What is a scribe? That's the root word. What is his essential action? Write. Yes, that is the key word. To write. All right. A scribe writes things. So prescribe, as you mentioned, a doctor will prescribe. He'll pre-write the medication that you need to get at the pharmacy, right? So before, scribe. He writes before what you're going to need. So, okay, that is a prescription. The action, the verb is prescribe. Prescribe, okay, you're for something, you're positive, you support it. Proscribe, okay. So, all right, using that in the, looking at what we have here, it added some group to its proscribed terror groups. Okay, so, all right. It's not that the Canadian government is for terror groups. That's not what they're saying here. What they're saying is that they're actively written down and recognized is the idea. Kind of follows the Western idea if it's, you know, written in stone. Once it's written, it's official. If people just talk about things, it's not official. But once it's written down and made official, it's proscribed. Okay. It's been officially written, so this makes it absolutely official, is the idea. Okay. Yeah. All right. Next one. David. Principal or principal? Principal or principal? Principal or principal? Okay.
All animals except man know that the principal business of life is to enjoy it.
Okay. Which one is it? This is a tough one.
Yes, I'm not sure. But, I think it's the second one. All animals except man. Yes, the second one.
Okay. Well, this is very confusing. Let's take these one at a time. First of all, it can be used as the first one can be used as a person.
Yes.
Do you know who the person is? Who a principal is?
My wife is the principal of her school.
She is? Really?
Yes. Yes.
So of course you know. Okay.
Yes, and at home she tries to do the same.
Okay. All right. The the key is, okay, and how I try to remember this, okay, my mnemonic device, my memory device, it's almost, I remember it because it's the opposite of what I really thought when I was in school. The principal is your pal, P-A-L, as in P-A-L, as in friend. The principal is your friend, is your pal, which of course, in my case, was not true at all. But okay, the highest authority most often in a school, it is used as a really a term of the actual office, the top dog, the highest authority in a school is a principal. But it can also be used as a general term to talk about a CEO or chairperson or manager, boss, director, whatever. The most important. It can also mean the most important in order. In order of importance, it is the first.
Okay.
So, okay.
Then it's the first. The main, no? The main.
The main.
Business of life, yes.
Yes, exactly. So, in reality, so if you think of principal, who is your pal, being the first most important person in the school, then you can also try to remember it's the first most important. And also, you can try to use that to remember that it is the first thing that you need if you're going to start a business. You need principal or money. Principal is money that is actually borrowed, lent or invested. Could be invested. Okay, the main amount separate from the interest. Again, kind of thinking of the main. The original sum, which is invested or lent, like by a bank or an investor. Okay, so that's how I try to remember to tell the difference. The other word, principle, what's that all about, David?
I think it's a law, natural law, or a rule.
Mm-hmm.
I was confused about this meaning of natural law and business.
Natural law. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we often say, oh, it's not about the money, you know, in a conflict or disagreement. It's not about the money. It's about the principle of the thing. It's about the higher ethical order. It's about the implied morality of something. If you're a man of principles, then okay, you will adhere to high moral standards. If you find money, you will return the money. You don't just steal it. If you will help people in need every time. These kinds of things.
Okay.
Yeah, basically ethics, morals, principles. They're all kind of very similar words. That's basically the idea. Okay. Okay. Well, Masahiro, you have an interesting pair of words here. You're next. Okay, prostate or prostrate. Different pronunciation, one letter difference in the words. Okay, I'm going to try this one.
Okay. Miss Eva Groth, what are you doing here? You should be at home. I don't know. Prostrate.
Okay. Okay. You don't know the second one?
Yes.
All right. Okay. The second one, prostrate, basically lying down. And the collocation prostrate with grief is, frankly, very, very, very common. Okay. The idea that that you're so so hit with grief that you're lying down. Specifically, it's lying down on the ground, face down. Okay, so it could be in reverence, or in prayer, or in submission, or it could be due to physical problems, or because of you're overwhelmed emotionally. But physically, it always means, there may be different reasons, but it always means lying face down on the ground.
So this person experienced a lot of sorrow.
Yeah. Right. So it's going to be the second one. And by the way, the second one here can be a verb, to prostrate yourself. Prostrate yourself, okay, is a verb. Or it can be an adjective to describe somebody as lying down. Lying down face down. The important part. Not lying down on your back, but lying down face down. Often in worship or prayer, but also other things. Okay, prostate, of course.
I think prostate is a part of our body. Part of our body is used when we pee.
Your body and my body. It's a male part of the body that secretes enzymes or whatever. Male gland. It's a gland in the male's body. In the lower half of our body. Okay. Yeah. All right. You can escape that one now. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Hey there. Is it regretful? Or is it regrettable? Okay. Okay, this is a classic. All right, the movie is beautiful, luscious, and elegiac, but it has the blank drawback of being dreadfully boring. Okay. The second one. All right, I'm with you there. Okay. What is the difference? Do you know, Nader? It's hard to explain without explaining. Yes. Well, no, you nailed it. A person is regretful. Yes, exactly. A person can be regretful. They are full of regret. They feel badly about something they did. So a person is regretful. A situation or something is regrettable. Exactly. They have very similar meanings, but one is used for humans and one is used for things, as you said. Okay. What about this other weird word we have here? Elegiac. Do you know that word? Whoops. No. Okay. Elegiac. Beautiful, luscious. It's weird to see it here. Okay, I had to double check because even I thought it was weird. It is something. It is an adjective. You can tell by the IAC suffix, but it basically means having a melancholy, sad, lamenting quality. Something of sadness. Okay, a quality of sadness, I guess. Kind of strange to see it there in the sentence. All right, but okay, guess we can live with it. Okay. Next pair. Lucious. Okay, luscious. We tend to use luscious in two ways. One, most often to talk about food, especially things like fruit that is very juicy and plump, often round and plump and juicy, about food. And we also use it to talk about women who are kind of plump and round and juicy. Yeah. Okay. Lush. It's related to the word lush, like a lush environment has a lot of life. It's thriving. So a luscious fruit is a very healthy, round, full fruit with lots of juice. A luscious woman, okay, very sexy. Let's just put it that way. All right. So there you go.
What about the meaning about elegiac?
Elegiac. It means sad or having qualities of sadness. So this is really weird. Look at the adjectives. I mean, I can understand a beautiful movie, but a luscious movie? This is very strange adjective to use with a movie. I would never suspect it. I would never use it with this noun. And even also weird to have this mournful, sorrowful movie. Oh, okay, well, that's more possible than luscious, I guess. Luscious is very strange. I suppose they mean luscious like lush. I guess there's probably a lot of color, a lot of a lot of nature is featured. Maybe, I guess, is what they mean by using luscious. Would be my guess. All right. Yeah, well, this is a strange quote, actually. Okay, David. All right, another pair. Even I can easily confuse. Okay, read this one here.
Okay, reluctant or reticent. The teacher tried to make conversation, but the boy remained blank and refused to make eye contact.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I think the meaning of this word is almost the same in some contexts, but here I think I would use the second one, reticent.
Okay.
Because I think this boy, perhaps, he wants to speak, but he's reticent about doing it. And reluctant, I think it's when you are not willing to do something.
Yeah, okay. You can be reluctant to try a new flavor of ice cream, right?
Yes.
Okay, so reluctant is a much more general term. You don't want to do something. Reticent is much more specific. You don't want to reveal your feelings, or yeah, basically. And I think I agree. I think reticent is a better answer here. Reluctant could actually still fit here. I wouldn't blink an eye if I read this and it said reluctant. I really wouldn't. Just reluctant is a much broader term. So here we're faced with this happens in English where you have two words that, okay, they could be used interchangeably, as you said, in the right circumstances, in these circumstances, but in other cases we can use reluctant when we use reticent almost always, but we cannot use reticent nearly as much for reluctant. Yeah, right. Okay, so it's one of those where the meaning is virtually the same, but okay, sure, Nader. Are they? I think both of these are somewhat formal. Reticent is quite formal. Reluctant is, I don't know, medium formality. It's used by informal and formal speakers. So everything. Common. Reluctant is very common. Reticent, not so much. You're going to more likely see it in writing. But it is common in writing, really, I think. Sure. Okay. Masa, restive or restless? Oh, okay. So you got the same kind of problem as the last one. All right, Masa.
Um, my roaming spirit would not allow me to remain at home very long. I think this two words have almost same meaning each other,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so I cannot choose.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. 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 Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can't either. Again, like the last one, I mean, very, very, very similar. Okay. Children are restive, okay? They get anxious, they don't have a lot of patience, and they,
Hmm.
whatever, start moving around. Yeah, really, these two words are pretty much exactly the same.
Hmm.
Um, mm, okay. Restive has a, well, I don't know. They're virtually the same. Restive has a little bit more meaning of, I guess, um, like physically incapable of being still, and restless has more of a sense of abstractly, you need to move, you
Hmm.
need to travel, you need to experience new things, more like that. Okay.
Do you use both of them very often?
Well, to answer Nader's inquiries, which I appreciate. Again, this is very similar to the last set where restive is very formal, restless
Hmm.
is informal, it's very normal, restless is
Uh-huh.
very common, fairly common,
Uh,
and
uh-huh.
restive is really, you rarely hear this conversationally, but you would read it in
Mm.
novels.
Uh-huh. Okay, thank you.
Sure. So, I don't know. Buffalo Bill Cody, quoting this, I don't know, he was a Yahoo cowboy. I don't think he was really sensitive to the more formal aspects of
Hmm.
literature. I could be
Okay.
wrong, though. I don't know. People talked differently back then, so
Okay, thank you.
maybe. Uh, yeah, I think this is more the abstract restless, probably. You know, a child is restive who's waiting in the doctor's office and he can't sit still.
Hmm.
Okay, and he can't be quiet.
Uh-huh.
He's got to embarrassingly talk and say silly things. Um, okay, so I think probably restless. Okay, Nader. Oh boy, riffled or rifled. Okay. Notice use. This is common in English. You see the double F's will be following the short I sound, riffled, and then you see the one F followed by the E, rifle, long I sound, rifle. Usually double consonants indicate a short vowel sound. All right, so riffled or rifled. Here we go. With quiet precision, the thief blank the pouch placed most of its contents in a briefcase and walked confidently out of the embassy. Okay. Well, your your assurance. Uh, okay. Well, riffle means to quickly search through something. So actually, the correct answer is the first one. You can riffle through a book. You basically go through some pages, but really cursory glance. Or a woman can riffle through her purse. She's looking for her makeup or something. Really quickly. The idea is to search, but really quick search is the idea, which I guess is what a thief would be doing with a pouch. They would be searching quickly, I suppose. Uh, Whereas rifle, to rifle through something, for example. To search. Oh, okay, well, also, also very much the same meaning, but okay. This is interesting. Both can mean to search, but riffled is like a cursory, fast search, and rifled is like if I rifle through my closet, okay, I'm looking for my golf clubs, which I haven't even looked at for a year and a half, and my friend is out in the front yard beeping his horn. Okay, I'm going to rifle through the closet. I'm literally throwing things out of the closet in kind of a more violent, aggressive manner. A thief rifles through your apartment if they're searching for jewelry. They throw your socks on the floor. They rip the bed off the off the stand. Okay, so there is a difference. They both mean to search, but riffle is you search and really nothing is really moved or changed. If you rifle through something, you're basically destroying the place to find something. So I would imagine in this case, this seems like, okay, it's precision, the key word here, precision. He's like a thief or a spy. He's in an embassy. I suppose in this case, it's probably going to be the first one. He probably wants to do a subtle, quick search rather than a messy, violent search. Anyway, that's the way I see it. But again, with words that are very close, one more specific, one more general. Riffled, I hardly ever, it's very uncommon. I think they're both, I don't know, medium in formality, but rifle through, and by the way, rifle is usually here's another clue. Rifle is usually a phrasal verb. It's going to be followed with through something. Rifle through the closet, rifle through the bedroom, whatever. Yeah, I've never heard anybody use riffle other than reading it in a book. I've never heard somebody speak that ever. Okay, David, we'll lighten things up. Maybe this one will be a little easier. Roll a roll.
Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. Martin Luther King Jr. I think it's the second one. Change does not roll.
Yeah. Okay. Roll on wheels. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. Roll. LL. You roll a ball. Tires roll on the pavement. They go round and round and round and round.
And roll in is a phrasal verb. I think the meaning is to arrive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And as a slang, let's roll. Okay, time to roll. Let's go. Okay, you roll in, you arrive. You roll out, you leave, or sometimes just roll without out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right. Right. I think it comes from the whole, tires.
Yes.
Or wheels. All right. Meanwhile, also roll, since we're doing the second one first, is, can you think of another meaning of roll with two L's?
No, I don't know.
You eat it. Usually a smaller piece of bread, like kind of like a bun, a roll.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right. Okay, and the first one.
The first one, it's your part in some task, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It could be also a group of tasks, I think, but the most common use I know is when you use with the word play, role play, and I think in this way you can explain the meaning. a role is your part in something, in a conversation, and in some work or some tasks in
That's
your
right.
life.
We often use it to talk about our role in a company or in a business or whatever, meaning to describe your job, exactly what tasks you're supposed to take care of. And also actors. Oh, I got a role in a movie. Okay, as a policeman. Okay, you play the role of a policeman. Okay, you do what a policeman does. Right. Okay. Staunch or staunch? These are homophones. Masahiro, give this one a try.
Okay. There's an review on these seas that even the most blah 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 and bloodthirsty pirates have come to fear. Okay, stance. Actually, I don't know
Any
both of
idea?
them, so
Okay.
I choose by my intuition.
Okay.
Second one.
Second one. Well, it turns out you're totally correct. You are correct. Yeah, all right. There's really nothing to give it away. There's no prefix or suffix that can kind of help us understand what kinds of words these are, verb, adjective, noun, whatever. There's not a lot of help here. Okay. It's just a shot in the dark, I can understand. Okay, you are correct. The answer is the second one, which is an adjective. Okay, the most adjective and bloodthirsty pirates. We have a superlative structure here, so yeah, the answer has to be an adjective, and it is. Staunch. Okay, staunch, kind of a word similar to brave. Or, it won't run away. Will deal with danger. Okay, staunch means kind of hard or solid. All right. So yeah, solid. There you go. That's kind of the idea. They're solid. They're not going to wilt like a flower and give up easily. Okay. The first one, however, staunch, is a verb. And the immediate picture in my mind, and the only way I can really think of this word, you staunch a wound. Okay, you staunch the blood. To try to stop something flowing. Okay. It can be used more abstractly to staunch the tide of oppression in the world. I don't know. You're trying to stop something that's moving, is the idea.
This
Physically, staunch blood. Yeah.
This word has almost same meaning as hot, wound, hot. How can I say?
I don't know. I'm not sure what you're saying. So that would be a start.
Wound.
Hurt or wound? No. If that's what you're saying, I'm not sure what you're saying. I might be misunderstanding it. But staunch that's a good thing. You're trying to stop the bleeding. All right. An emergency worker would immediately first aid. You try to staunch the bleeding, stop the bleeding. You try to staunch a tide of crime in the city. You're trying to stop it, or at least slow it down.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Right. You staunch a flood. Okay, you're trying to stop it or stop it from causing damage.
Okay.
That's the idea. Okie dokie. Ha! Here's one I don't mix up, but I've heard many students mix this one up. Midair. Suit, and I've also the pronunciation, by the way. Suit, the first one, or sweet. Okay. The second one is a homophone of Sweet. It sounds the same as sweet. These two words do not sound the same. Okay, hey there. What do you think? Nice quote. Hey there. Are you there? Hey there. Are you here? Are you here? Are you there? Am I here? I always start to think I'm losing connection. Suit or sweet? Suit or sweet? Okay. All right. Nader, can't hear you right now, or I can't even see your messages, so I'm not sure if you're here. Or I'm not seeing it anyway. Okay, there you are. Okay. Suit or sweet? No problem. Which one do you think it is? There. I'd walk through hell in a gasoline suite to play baseball. Yeah, I don't think so. I think old Pete Rose would walk through hell in a gasoline suit. I know gasoline suit doesn't make a lot of sense, but he's using obviously an exaggerated metaphor to talk about how much he loves baseball. Okay, all right, a gasoline suit, cool. All right, a suit, of course, the matching articles of clothing which usually men wear in business or formal occasions, as opposed to a suite. What is a suite? Yeah, what is a suite? In a hotel, yes. A suite in a hotel is very nice. Okay, that's right. You got the idea. A suite in a hotel is usually a big room, luxurious, a lot more expensive. You could have a suite of software. That's right, an interlocking or interconnected series of things can also be a suite. Right, so two different meanings, actually. Oh, another meaning that has to do with music. Okay, well, we're out like a suite of software, actually, a series of songs that go together in a logical order. Well, very much like a suite of software, I suppose. Okay, so very different meanings and very different pronunciation as well. Ooh, okay, David, tack or tact? Not homophones.
Tack or tact? The Viper to me is the quintessential American muscle car. Brute power, great looks, and about as much tact as a grunge band crashing a cotillion.
Okay, so it sounded like you used the second one.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. That's right. About as much tact. All right, what is the meaning of tact, the second one?
I have chosen the second one because it's the same meaning in Spanish, and it's soft. I don't know how to say tact. It's the feeling you have when you touch something, and a machine or a thing with tact is some machine very I don't know how to say it. It can respond your orders in a very accurate way, and I think a car like this is not soft. You won't have soft feelings when you drive this car.
Okay, you're flirting around the meaning, but okay, you're talking about the root word tact, which means touch, tactile, means
Mm-hmm.
of the sense of touch. Okay, you're right. So insofar as that goes, you're a lot closer to defining tactile than tact. Tact has to do with, really, it's not physical at all, but it is the idea of having an easy or a soft touch. You're not rubbing people the wrong way. You're not making them angry. You're very diplomatic. Here, for example, great diplomatic, discreet, okay, great looks and about as much discretion or about as much diplomacy as a grunge band crashing a cotillion.
Okay.
So
Got it. Yes.
it's loud. It has no tact. So it's loud, it's brash, it's rude.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the idea. Okay. So we often use tact with the negative. He's got no tact. We can't send Bill to the conference. He's got no tact at all. He says immediately what he thinks. Oh, having no tact. If you probably look that up in the dictionary. You probably find find yourself a picture of what's his name? The Donald. Okay, there you go. Yes, Donald. The Donald doesn't have a whole lot of tact. All right. Tack, on the other hand, is a very physical object like a nail, or also it can be a verb. What is tack as a verb? Do you know, David?
No, I don't know. Perhaps to put something in a wall.
Oh, yes, it can be. Yes. It is the motion of putting something on a wall with a small object like a nail. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, it can be a verb or a noun that way. It can also be a verb or a noun that is used for sailing. When you're
Change your direction.
yeah, you're trying to sail into the wind, you need to kind of go at an angle towards the wind. Back, left, right, left, right. You can't sail directly into the wind. It's not physically possible. Mm-hmm. But, okay. And it can be used abstractly. If, okay, we couldn't get the contract using this strategy, so let's try a different tack. Okay, so you're going to try a different direction. Is the idea.
Okay.
And that's the meaning where these get confused, because you also have the word tactic. Okay, let's try a different tack. You're using a metaphor of sailing to mean a different direction, but it's very close to the word tactic, you know, as in strategy.
Yes.
Actually, I think tack and tactic get confused more often than tack and tact. Okay, Masahiro, is it a troop or a troop?
Okay. In the end, the Pracky singing Scott Rost out to a dance troop. Second one.
Second one. Okay. All right. Okay. These are both collective nouns. They both refer to a group of people. What's the difference between it? The first
Probably,
one and the second one.
Troop means military.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the second one means the group of actor or actress, I think.
The second one has to do with the arts, actors, singers, dancers, the arts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. And the first one, often military, doesn't have to be military. You can have a Girl Scout troop. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to shoot anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or a troop of students can just be talking about a troop of students walked into the museum. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The second one has to do with something with the arts. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it. The other one can be used much more generally.
Uh-huh.
You know, even people that just seem to be together.
Mm-hmm.
And they can troop in when people walk in a group. It can also be, the first one can be a verb. They all trooped into the dining room together.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this may be the last one we have time for. Veil or veil, midair. Our own self-love draws a thick veil between us and our faults. Which one do you think? Yeah, no. No. Okay. The second one, yes, you wear a veil. Okay. You wear a veil to hide something. And the whole idea of a veil hides something or disguises something. Yes, it's used metaphorically a lot to mean it blocks something or it hides something. Right, Masahiro, when you unveil something, you show it. Right. So hide and unhide, unveil. The first one is completely different. A veil is a valley. Just, I think it's where the word valley originally comes from. It's an old English word. I've really only heard it in old songs. Over hill, over dale, in the something, in the vale, whatever. Basically a valley. I don't even remember the words. Nobody uses this word anymore. It's one of those old English words that doesn't get used except in literature. First one, though, is very, very common. Okay, and this is it because we're out of time. Never go to a doctor whose office plants have died. Why? David, why do I use whose and not whose? Although they pronounce...
the plants belong to the doctor.
That's right. We use whose, W-H-O-S-E, to show possessive. Correct. And that's all I have time for. Thank you very much, gentlemen, and we'll see you again real soon, I hope. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.